Man, the amount of wire, man, them teeth, man. Them man, I see, man. Watch it, see?
Like them turn down the beach.
All I wire.
Welcome to True Jamaica Buzz, news and entertainment with a buzz. If you don't believe that Jamaicans are the most crooked setter, thieving setter, unconscionable people for Master God Earth, then this is going to be a perfect example. The video that you saw at the start of this and the video that you're watching as of 6 men and a pregnant female from a place known as Arbor, that was said to have spent the whole night cutting down the internet wires from a place known as Orange Bay, a section of Windsor Castle. They were captured by members of the community and turned over to the police. So the video that you see with the police jeep is of all the wire that they cut up in sections and were trying to escape. However, they were caught in the act. Now, people, just imagine them come from one community. More than likely, them have for them internet, for them picnic and go up on internet and search, do them schoolwork. However, they had zero problems in going into a next community and taking away all of the internet wires so that the whole community was going to be inconvenienced only for their monetary gain. The good thing is that the neighbors caught them. The bad thing is that the neighbors did not give them the Tarzan Jane and the little monkey justice, including the lady that is pregnant. And I know that it is going to sound controversial. However, if you choose to involve in a life of criminality, and you know that you are pregnant, and you know that you are going to have a baby, then you should probably refrain from any sorts of criminal activity, man, woman, or child. Do not start no ish, won't be no ish. Just like the lady, just like the man, pregnant or not, justice needs to be served. They need to make an example out of these people, including the pregnant woman. Anybody where a thief, forget it, regardless of their circumstances. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called for every action, there is sometimes not so equal but opposite reaction. A couple of days ago in a St. Mary, a policeman took away his girlfriend. That girlfriend's name was Maya. Based on the information, they went to Kingston in which he worked, and there was some argument over a phone call of some sorts of cheating. It is said that the argument continued when they got back home at the house in which they share with the mother, the lady, and the man, the policeman. The man wheel and pop off him government issue, blaze up the girl couple times, thought that she was gone. Him then put the tool to himself and press the trigger. Unfortunately, he did not take away himself. He was rushed to the hospital and he is in stable condition. He lived to tell the tale, unfortunately, for the family and Jamaicans like you and I. Based on the information, it is said that he was rushed to the hospital by a man that is a soldier man, ex-soldier man. He was kicked out of the army. His name is Big Reds. Big Reds took him to the hospital. Big Reds pretty much saved his life. The people or family of Maya, based on word on the street, cannot verify or validate, vowed that they were going to take revenge. Reprisal was going to be the order of the day. Last night in St. Mary, I think Richmond, there was a 9-night hell for that young lady. It is said that that same soldier man, ex-soldier man, Big Reds, was there with his girlfriend. And some people pull up and blaze up both of them. Them get some upper body, but they mostly got in at the crown. So therefore, these people decided that they were going to go for the one that went before that. Everybody is going to hell. Everybody is going to meet the Maker, wherever that is. Now, people, based on the information that I am getting, it is said that after those two individuals lost their life at the hands of some hot con, one family member of one of those individuals heard or was there on the spot. She dropped down from heart attack. So therefore, it is said that three people get caught up. Two did not make it, meaning Big Reds and his girlfriend, guilty by association. The next person was rushed to the hospital. However, a next person, a lady, based on word on the street, dropped down of heart attack. Now, people, we see how Jamaica run. People are very serious, especially when they are very serious about family member, especially when they are gang affiliated, and not only gang affiliated, have the kind of art to plot and scheme and execute a literal revenge or reprisal. It seems as if that is the case in this case. If you save a man that is said to have done a bad deed, that means that you facilitate the FUCKRY. You are linked, whether indirectly or not. You was the person that allowed this man to live after taking away Maya. Now, based on the information that I am also getting about that soldier man, ex-soldier man, Big Reds, that took the police officer to the hospital. It is said that he was kicked out of the army, the JD of Jamaica Defense Force, because him mix up him name a call in all sorts of gang activity. So people, it seems as if, along with his shady past, the people them probably want to done Big Reds from before, and then him get a next strike. So one strike, him affiliated with all sorts of gang activity. Second strike is that he is said to be the facilitator, the person that actually made this man live when he should have gone for taking out that lady. So that was 2 strikes. It seems as if 3 strikes and he was out of here, sent to the afterlife, point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is an update about an incident that took place in St. Thomas, where a 14-year-old U.S. citizen, Tiana Sutherland, in a Prospect, St. Thomas, like I said. She left from America, came to Jamaica to spend the summer with her father, who happens to be a police. While she was there, the father got a call. While the father got a call, the phone hung up instantly. He then tried to call back, call the house phone, no calls on the cell phone nor the house phone. He knew instantly that something was wrong. Rushed to the house. When he went to the house, he saw his daughter laying down in a pool of you know what. It is said that based on information that there was a stream or some BLOOD splatter. They follow that splatter to a house that is probably a couple doors down, 3 doors down, sad song. When they went to the house, they heard somebody on the cell phone. When them kicked down the door, they saw that person was naked, and then some clothing that was BLOODY laying in close proximity. It is said that that man rushed the people, including police. The police blazed him up a couple of times, mostly in the head. He was rushed to the hospital. Pretty much he was DEAD on the spot. Now, based upon the information, it is said that after that incident took place, the whole family of Tiana take with themselves exodus movement of Ja people. However, the mother of the suspect is named 19-year-old O'Shane Thompson. She decided she was going to do an interview with TVJ. I want you to take a listen, take a look to exactly what she has to say, and then I'll give my piece.
I don't think he did it. I just think he was accused wrongfully because he's a stranger in the district. He went there to spend some time with his girlfriend family. I'm not sure if they're him. I not get no answer. The officer says to me, We came there, we called out, come outside, him came out with a machete holding up. And they shoot. That's what I get. And I said to them, say, you couldn't shoot him in his foot or in his hand, and you don't train for that. Me not have no reason to think him ever hurt somebody like that. I don't think he have no reason to hurt nobody like that. It can be him and it cannot be him because trust me, when the devil get up, him get up. So it can be him and it cannot be him because I don't want to honor him and then the end of the day I wasn't there and honor him because I don't like conscience. It can be him and it cannot be him. He been in and out of cemetery and psychiatrist and he been through a lot. So I won't say me try with him and me never want it happen. So I don't think, me just have it in my mind to honor him, but then again, me don't know what happened. So me just want my conscience to be free. I understand. Me a mother, and if I him, I would have feel a way if I my child, somebody do that too. I understand.
Now, people, there's a saying that goes something like this. Don't swear for anybody because you don't know what persons do. Sometimes persons, including your family member, live a double life. Especially when that person goes through trauma, no justification or excuse, especially when that person is said to be in and out of infirmary school. That means a bad school for picnic. This man, 19-year-old, not really gainfully employed. Some people say him suffer from mental illness. The mother said that he does not. However, when we listen to the mother, we see that the mother is either a facilitator or the mother is just ignorant. The mother just don't know. The mother is in deep denial. Because she's saying that even though she cannot swear, she not say him and she not say honor him. But if I him, then him probably supposed to get some sort of justice. Don't know to what extreme. But if it is not him, how the police know say him? Well, mother, I was not there either, and I don't know the mindset or frame of mind of your son. But one thing I know, if a crime is committed, and then they follow a trail of red, and the trail of red leads them to a house with a man that has injuries that are consistent with some sorts of squabble, and it seems as if him either self-inflict or the victim put some wounds on him. And then there's a whole bunch of clothing that have red that might be scientifically lab tests consistent with that of the victim and himself. Don't want to haste and make any decision that is premature. However, likely conclusion or assumption is that, say, more than likely him have something to do with it unless somebody scratch him up and show him clothes with all sorts of red, swab it and put it beside him. Chances are that he has something to do with it. It is just natural common sense. But again, we are speaking about a mother. A mother is going to paint a picture of her son that is a Christian with a halo when he is indeed the devil. What is the case in this case, in my opinion? I think he has everything to do with it. So pretty much he did the bad deed and then them come back and them done him. Justifiably so. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called the domino effects of these drug kingpins and their associates. How as one falls, the next one falls right behind each other. So in other words, somebody is talking, somebody is cooperating with the government, meaning the feds. I am going to speak about 3 individuals. One of those individuals, Nicky Blacks from Florida, Jamaican, of course. The next one is called Rose. He is from Montego Bay. The next one is called Raymond Pine, known as Ace of Spade. Notice Rose, top shelf liquor. Ace of Spade, bigger top shelf liquor. It is because both of those men is what we would consider to be kingpin. The latest domino to fall is Mr. Richmond Pine. He lived in West Palm Beach. He was caught with a whole heap of drugs, illegal of course, poisonous of course, to supply a whole county, meaning Broward County, West Palm Beach, Dade County. Those drugs are as followed but not limited to, meaning cocoa, meaning fentanyl, meaning MDMA, meaning Xanax, meaning oxycodone, meaning cannabis. You name it, he got it and have it in abundance. However, he was busted by the Broward Sheriff's Gang Task Force, and they say that he is a kingpin. He was poisoning the community, and they are going to make sure that he pays. He is looking at minimum mandatory of about 25 years to a maximum of about 60 years. So pretty much he is going to spend the rest of his natural life in the big yard. Unless, of course, he's going to do what most snitches, most Jamaican kingpin hype men do. So maybe about a year or so ago, one Nikki Black's ugly like sin, she was busted, she was held because she had a couple of cases pending. She went to see the probation and them hold on upon her. And it is said that immigration became involved, obviously, especially under the tutelage of the chumster, the orange man. Don't know if she's still locked up or she's out, which would be kind of weird based on what they are doing with criminal aliens, including Jamaicans, the worstest of the worstest, which the category that Nikki Blacks falls into. Nikki Blacks used to sell for a man known as Rose in the streets. Rose was busted just like Ace of Spade, meaning Raymond Pine, was busted with a whole bunch of everything. However, surprisingly, under the circumstance of what is going on in America, Rose was out on bail after being caught with whole heap of drugs and having kingpin status. Remember, we are speaking about America now, and even worse. Rose did not have a green card. How is it even possible for a man that don't have a green card to be caught with every single drugs known to man? And the judge, within his common sense, gave that man bail when immigration was involved. Well, people, if you ask me, a very streetwise, bright individual, that man is definitely, if I was a betted man without a shadow of a doubt, talking. That man, Rose, no green card having, kingpin status man, and the man known as Ace of Spade, which is his upper hierarchy. Top of him on the totem pole, meaning Ace of Spade. Both of them were friends. Nikki Blacks was working for Rose. Rose and Ace of Spade are friends. Ace of Spade is a kingpin, bigger kingpin than Rose. Both of them are friends. So can we come to the assumption that when Rose was held, Rose made a deal with the devil or the feds that he was going to give up somebody that is bigger status of him? Now here's what is funny. A couple of weeks ago, Mr. Ace of Spade, meaning Raymond Pine, was in Jamaica at one of those top party, all-white, all-inclusive, uppity drugs people party, all sorts of designer, and people have nothing wrong with purses, making money and living their best life, flossing. It is confirmed that Mr. Ace of Spade, Raymond Pine, was in that party and he was giving away 600,000 money pull-up. Not only was he giving out 600,000 money pull-up, he was also daring people, if anybody can outdo him in the money pull up, him gonna put up 20,000 US dollars. You hear what I say? 20,000 US dollars. That is in excess of about 3 million Jamaican dollars or more. Now, people, like I've always said, these youths, I don't know if it is insecurity to make up with the fact that they are dunce, make up with the fact that them not have no really skills. Them can't look woman, them can't get woman, unless of course them have money. So therefore that money is making them feel very important. They use these shoes and clothes and cars to make up for the fact that they are very insecure within themselves. And this is my disclaimer once again. If you have your money and you can afford your habit of spending for nice stuff, there is nothing wrong with it. However, when you use that money to make up for your insecurity, which is the fact of most of these people, for buy pum, buy everything. Because remember, it does not take any sorts of skills. If you are a drug dealer and yes, you have low level and high level, both Rose and both Ace of Spade are high level. So you have to give props for whatever you're doing. You are a success. You cannot argue with success. But me just I say, you do not have to be the sharpest tool in the shed, but you have to be the foolest person in a 2025 that you're involved in drugs, unless, of course, you are going to know that if anything goes down, you are willing to cooperate with the people. One thing that I know as a youth from the street in a real life with sense, have friends that are the people where you see I build up all of them construction place, all of them complex where you see in Jamaica. So I know the smart ones and I know the four-fold ones. The four-fold ones are the Ace of Spade and the Rose, just like many other persons, including Flipper Mafia. All of them fall in the same category, dons and use money to shield or mask their insecurities. So I say this to say that, see the domino effect, see the tangled web. Nicky Blacks working for Rose, Nicky Blacks get locked up, Rose get locked up, even though they were out flossing. So therefore, it is not as if they were going stealth, so people now see them. They make sure that people see them. So when the people that are seeing them, that hate them, the feds are always seeing them too. The feds are always out and about in all of these parties, including the all-inclusive parties. The feds is putting in their work and not chicken them a jerk. So me just say, Nicky Blacks, then Rose, then now Ace of Spade, meaning Mr. Pine, point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.